Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Lina Dipur. You can call me Lily. I'm from TBIA class with ID number 2042000031. So in here I will presentation about movement and insertion. Movement. Movement can be differentiated into head movement and maximal projection movement. In a head movement, the head of a phrase movement, and in a maximal projection movement, a complete phrase moves. Head movement. A head can only move from its base generates position to another head position. A head-to-head movement takes place in sentence 1 below. For example, he cleaned the garden. In number 1, clean moves to ed, leaving a trace t and forming the verb cleaned. The effects of ed absorbs verbs. This movement is needed to satisfy a morphological requirement. As a bound morphem, TNS cannot stand by itself in a synthetic construction. It must be attached to a free morphem. The movement of verb also occurs in a sentence with a part V in a VP, which becomes the complement of the present participle affix. Ing moves to the ing position like in number 2. Number 2, he is reading a novel. Reads move to ing position. Forming readings, he also moves. It moves to the DNS position and from is. A head movement also takes place in the formation of an interrogative sentence. In the number 3, part A, Jones will buy a car. And part B, will Jones buy a car? Will is also a tenses indicator and hence can be classified as tenses. The movement of will in number 3 can be represented in the diagram. Will as the head of T and SB moves to the implied position of C. It moves there because an interrogative sentence needs inversion in English. Maximal projection movement. A maximal projection moves to an implied position of another maximal projection or to a new position. The new position is specifically created for the movement. The maximal projection can be an argument NP or non-argument PP or another category. In an active sentence, an NP which occupies the specifier position of VP moves to the specifier position of IP. Like in the number 4, my sister likes fried chicken. In the number 4, my sister likes fried chicken. My sister is generated in the specifier position of VP in the D structure. In the S structure, it moves to the specifier position of IP. In a passive sentence, the NP, which occupies the complement position of VP, moves to the specifier position of TNS. For example, in the number 5, the house was burned. The house is generated as the complement of burn. It moves to the specifier position of I because past participle cannot assign a structural case. Bisa dilihat pada diagram nomor 5, the house was burned. Salah satu noun phrase yang merupakan komplement dari sebuah verb phrase. Next, The movements of an NP or noun phrase which occupies the specifier or complement position of verb phrase to a specifier position of I, like in number 4 and number 5, actually does not take place at a single step, like illustrated in the above diagram. The movement is cyclic. The NP moves from one VP specifier position to another VP specifier position until it finally arrives at the I specifier position. For example, pada kalimat nomor 2, he is reading a novel. Gambar di samping adalah sebuah gambaran diagram dari kalimat he is reading a novel. Insertion takes place to satisfy a grammatical requirement of English. All English sentences should have an NP or noun phrase subject. Sentence 6 until 9 do not contain an NP, which can move to the specifier position of IP to satisfy the requirement. Number 6. Point A. Pre. Seems that you didn't come to the lecture. B. It seems that you did not come to the lecture. Number 7. Point A. Pre. B. widely believe that he can win the election. Point B. It is widely believed that he can win the election. Number 8. Point A. Pre. B. Some books on the table. Point B. There are some books on the table. Number 9. Point A. Pre. B. and or Jones write the novel. Or B. The novel is written by John. Okay guys, thanks for attention. Let's say for me, so Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye, see you next time.